Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the match between Barcelona and Real Madrid. This is going to be the first Clasico that is going to be taking place within this season. This is also going to be the first Clasico for the great Ronald Koeman. So this game is going to be taking place at the Camp Nou. Barcelona is going to have that advantage. And now seeing all of these convincing wins from Barcelona and coming off a 5-1 win against Fenerbahce, one thing is clear. Barcelona is a team that has a direction. This is a team that Ronald Koeman is leading where they do know where they want to go. And here's what gets very interesting, right? Because I think that if Barcelona win in this Clasico, I think that this is going to put Koeman and Barcelona in a place where everyone is going to say, we want more of that. That is the type of Barcelona we have been wanting to see for so long. What can this team do next? Because right now, with this Barcelona team, I just don't think that we're able to compete against the teams like the Bayerns, the Cities, and the Liverpools. Barcelona is simply not in that conversation. This is a team that's currently going through a transition, and that is what makes this Clasico so interesting, because this is also going to be a game that is going to be determining where Ronald Koeman's Barcelona is actually at. Where is their level? How far can they go with the level that Koeman is currently in with this team? And going further into this match, we do have the official announcement of who's going to be the referee for this game, and his name is Martinez Munuera. This is a referee that has refereed Real Madrid with a total of 24 times. He has given them a total of 15 wins, 8 draws, and 4 defeats. As for Barcelona, he has refereed them a total of 21 times. He has given them 15 wins, 3 draws, and 3 defeats. But the one thing to really realize about this referee is that this is going to be his first Clasico ever. So he is going to be refereeing Barcelona and Real Madrid at the same time for his first time in his career. Now, this decision did receive some backlash from Barcelona. Sources within Barcelona have stated that Barcelona has not liked the appointment of Martinez Munuera as the referee for El Clasico this Saturday at the Camp Nou. They have said that it is a scandal that this referee has been chosen. And I get where Barcelona is coming from. I understand why there could be some frustration with this decision, because when you are being placed in a very intense, decisive situation in the Clasico, you do want to have a referee that does have experience, a referee that does know how to handle certain situations. But with someone that's coming in who is going to referee a Clasico for the first time, that is the last thing you do want to see. And so because he's going to be new, I wish I can tell you on just what side he could be on, because to be very honest, we do know a couple of referees who are very biased in their decisions. So we don't know how this referee is going to do, but hopefully he does make the right calls in those moments for tomorrow's match. And now going further into this video, I am going to be addressing Real Madrid's form in this current season, and then we are going to be moving on to Barcelona. So here's the thing. This is a Real Madrid team that's clearly not in their best form, because in their previous 2 matches, they have encountered 2 losses, one against Cadiz and one against Shakhtar. And there were 2 devastating losses. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Cadiz is not one of the best teams in La Liga. And as for Shakhtar, they're not the best team within their group in the UCL. So they were expected to win against these 2 teams, but they did lose. So it is clear that this Barcelona team is going to be facing a Madrid that does lack solutions when they do want to score. This is also a Madrid team that does not function well without one player, and that one player is Sergio Ramos. And the stats of these losses without Sergio Ramos does show. If we look at the loss between Shakhtar and Real Madrid, they have lost 3-2 because Ramos was not there. And then against Cadiz, Ramos did leave on the 46th minute because he was injured, and they have lost 1-0. We can even go back into the previous season where Real Madrid did play against Manchester City, and they did lose 2-1 only because Ramos was not there. And I know that many of you guys can remember that disaster class from Varane. So it is almost like Real Madrid is painting that image where they really do need a player like Ramos, someone who can lead them towards a victorious win. So as of now, it's very unclear whether Ramos is going to be participating in this Clasico. There has been reports stating that Ramos could recover just in time for this match, but whether he does recover or not, one thing is going to be clear. Real Madrid does need Sergio Ramos. If he does not participate in this game, this is going to be a massive advantage for Barcelona. And now moving on to Barcelona. So let's look and assess their previous 5 games. They have won 3 games, tied against against 1 and lost against Getafe 1-0. But I believe that overall, Barcelona is in fantastic form at the moment. If we were to combine these 5 games, they have scored a total of 13 goals. So Barcelona is a team that does know how to score massive amounts of goals. This is not a team that currently does not lack solutions. They have the players and utilities in order to make this happen. But I do want to point out one thing that really does stand out from Ronald Koeman's Barcelona, and it is a consistent element that I have been seeing throughout these first 5 competitive games. When Barcelona do score first and they score early in a game, everything else does fall into place for Barcelona. The opposition fall into the game of Barcelona, and Barcelona bring the game to the opposition. Because every time Barcelona do score first and they score early, the final score did end up with a Barcelona win. Like for example, in the match against Villarreal, they have won 4-0. Against Celta Vigo, they won 3-0. And against Ferencváros, they have won 5-1. Those games that I have just mentioned, Barcelona scored early and they scored first within those first 20 minutes. And I believe that that is what Koeman and Barcelona do want to do against Real Madrid. And if we were to examine that consistent element and knowing that this is a Madrid team that conceded 3 goals in the first half, this is going to be a lane that Barcelona is going to be going for, which is that they have to score first and they have to score early. That is going to be their main goal in tomorrow's night's match against Real Madrid. And the only way to actually make that happen and to do it correctly is to put the right lineup. And that is what's going to lead me towards the predicted lineup against Real Madrid. And here's the lineup. I do expect to see Neto in goal. Keep in mind, Ter Stegen is still not available for Barcelona. He will be coming back at the end of November, so I do expect to see Neto in goal. But I want you guys to notice the defensive line. Notice how I do have Jordi Alba there. I know that right now nothing is official. We don't know if Alba is going to be even in the squad list against Real Madrid, but the main reason why I put him there is because we do have some slight updates regarding this player. And it says here, according to Javi Miguel, Jordi Alba is ready to get the green light for El Clasico, but he isn't ready to be a starter yet. And they have also stated that Jordi Alba did participate in about 40% of the last training session with the rest of the players. And so right now we are in that time frame where we don't know if Alba is going to be participating in this game. But if Alba is not going to be there and he doesn't make it, I do expect to see Dest play as the left back, and I do expect to see Sergi Roberto on the right back position. And then as for our 2 central defenders, I do expect to see Lenglet and Gerard Piqué. And then as for our double pivot, I also do expect to see De Jong and Busquets. I understand that many do want to see Pjanic play, but as of now, Pjanic is not a player that's 100% fit. And when Barcelona do encounter a tough team like Real Madrid, we do want to have every player being 100% fit. And I think that it is only right to see Busquets and De Jong functioning within that double pivot. Moving on to the 4 attackers, I do want to see Ansu Fati play as the left winger. I think that this is going to be a massive game for this player. As for our central attacking midfielder, I do want to see Coutinho. The player that is going to be playing in front of Coutinho is going to be Lionel Messi. And then as for our right winger, it is going to be no other but Dembele. Now, I do want to stick with this position just for a second because I think that there are many questions surrounding Antoine Griezmann, because in the last game against Ferencváros, Griezmann did not participate in that 1 minute against that team, and Barcelona did win 5-1. So right now it is very debatable on whether Griezmann should start or not. But Koeman did say one thing after that game regarding Griezmann, and he said this: Griezmann hasn't played. It means nothing in the face of El Clasico. Each game we choose the best possible 11. We'll see on Saturday if we have another game. And so here's the thing about Antoine Griezmann. I know, like I really do know, that Antoine Griezmann was sitting on that bench watching Barcelona win 5-1, and he was telling himself, I need to step this up, because the fact that I'm seeing Barcelona displaying this type of display on the pitch and winning 5-1 without me on the field, I do need to bring something and contribute to this team, because or else this team is going to move on away from me and I'm going to be forgotten. And I do not want to be that player that's going to be considered as the failure for FC Barcelona. And yes, I know that Griezmann was up there clapping for Dembele. He was very happy, but I know that deep down inside, he was telling himself, I need to step this up. And so that is going to be the biggest question. Could Griezmann step up against a team like Real Madrid? I think that if there was a moment for Griezmann to step up, it would be against Real Madrid. I do believe that Griezmann has to be a substitute in this game at least. I do expect Koeman to place Griezmann around the 60th minute, maybe the 70th minute, and do some damage. But as of now, I do want to see Dembele play on the right wing area, because after seeing that he did score 1 goal and 1 assist within 20 minutes, I do see Dembele as a changed player, and so I am very excited to see what Dembele can do on that right wing area. And now I do want to talk about the Barcelona players that we should be looking out for in this game. One of them is going to be Serginho Dest. The main reason why I do say Serginho Dest is is because I think that with having Dembele on that right wing area, that is going to greatly build the chemistry between Dembele and Dest. They truly do understand each other. Last time we did see Dest and Dembele play right next to each other, the greatest chemistry Dembele did have was with Serginho Dest. And so I do want to see that. I do want to see that chemistry being built. Dest was quiet in the game against Fenerbahce, and so I do want to see Dest really stand out in this game. The other player that I do expect to see is Felipe Coutinho. I think that with having Coutinho continuing to be our central attacking midfielder, he is that player that does bring a more fluid FC Barcelona around the box. And the last player that we should be looking out for is going to be Lionel Messi. Before the match between Barcelona and Fenerbahce, we have not really seen that lethal Lionel Messi. Many were questioning, is Messi ever going to come back? We have not seen that lethal Messi in so long. And so you and me know how Messi does react towards games against Real Madrid. Messi usually does show up in those matches. And that is why I do say that if Messi does want to make a statement and show that he does still have it like that, the best way to do that would be against his biggest rivals, which will be against Real Madrid. But here's going to be the final verdict of this game. I think that it is going to be a very tough match, regardless of what we have seen from Real Madrid, seeing how they lost against Shakhtar and Cadiz. Real Madrid is going to try and bring that game to Barcelona. This is El Clasico we're talking about. Of course, it's going to be intense, and of course, we are going to see a couple of surprises. But the most important thing that Barcelona and Koeman has to do is place the right lineup. This is something that I do go further into detail on the second channel. I am going to be having a video on how Barcelona can beat Real Madrid tactically. That link is going to be in the comment sections. I'm going to pin it, so if you guys do want to see that, if you guys are interested onto why I did pick this specific lineup, it is going to be explaining why Koeman should place these players on the pitch. But here's the thing, Madrid is going to be coming into this game knowing that they do have a point to prove. They did lose in their previous two matches, and I'm very sure that Zidane and Real Madrid are going to want to win at Barcelona at the Camp Nou, and Barcelona do have to be ready. And my final predicted score for this game is going to be a 2-0 win from Barcelona. So that'll be it for today's Barcelona pre-match preview. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment. Again, I do want to remind you guys, I do have a second channel. If you guys want to go into further detail about anything regarding the analytics or the tactics, I do explain all of that on the second channel. There is going to be a second video regarding the Clasico, so be sure to check that out. It's going to be very fun. I'm excited. I cannot wait to see this Clasico. I am going to be making a post-match review for this game as soon as this game is over, so stay tuned for that. But that is it. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.